Good morning. Welcome to Arbor. How can we help you today?
This is just, it's beautiful.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. What can we do for you?
I'm looking for tomatoes for
All
the
right.
fall garden.
Perfect. You have great timing.
Yeah, I want containers.
Okay.
I plant stuff in containers, and I've had a lot of luck with the cherry type tomatoes.
You know, that is probably the most productive plant that you can do. And who can help but just eat their way through the garden with those guys?
That's right. And I also want, and I haven't had as much luck with these, but the slicer type, the big tomatoes.
Right.
Which they're harder in containers, but got a lot of light where they are. And I had the Sweet 100s, and they were just, I mean, picking the pound every day from just a few plants.
They are wonderful. You know, another variety that's so productive like that is the Juliet. And it's a grape type tomato, but same thing. You just, you fill a bucket a day. It's crazy. Now, on your slicers, you might have some good luck with the Bush Early Girl because your plant is going to stay a little more compact. It's not a huge tomato, but definitely will qualify as a slicer for you.
That's good because the other big tomato varieties, and mind you, this is just a big box store where I bought them previously.
Right.
Is they got real leggy.
Yeah.
And the tomatoes were just not even though the cherry type got leggy, they were still super productive.
They are. That's a great tomato. So you grow a lot of your fruits and vegetables in containers?
Yes, I have Red Baron peach.
Oh, that's one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, they're just delicious.
Aren't they?
Yeah, and they were small this year, but man, were they good.
Now, are you spacing them out? I know that's hard to do, but you know, when you have so many fruit on one branch, that's your ruler.
Right.
So fruit to fruit, thumb to little finger, and you'll get a little bit bigger fruit that way.
Okay.
Not so many, but bigger peaches.
So we got a lot of deer on our property. I would like to move them eventually out. And another thing I did that was really interesting was I planted some papayas this year, and I actually got them to sprout.
Yes.
And I know that they're really not good with freezing weather.
Not at all.
But I also heard about pawpaws. So can you tell me about those?
Well, we do carry pawpaws. You know, it's one of the few fruits that's indigenous to North America. Yeah. And we carry the native varieties. They are self-fruitful. However, if you have two, you are going to have a lot better chance of production. But they also bring in the swallowtail butterfly, so it's a win-win.
Cool. Do they have male and female trees?
It's all in the same flower.
Okay. So
you bump your rate of production from probably 40 to 50% with one tree up to 60 to 80 if you have two.
Yeah. I also have citrus in pots.
Yeah.
And last year was just a bumper crop.
Yes.
But in this year, it started out, I get all this healthy growth, and then I get these leaves that are real curled up and ugly.
Right. That's a leaf miner. It's actually a moth that's attracted to your new growth. They lay their eggs, and as it hatches, that larva penetrates that new foliage, that new tender foliage. That's why you see leaf distortion, and you'll see that trailing. The good news is it's really purely cosmetic. So you can just remove the foliage. There is a spraying regimen that you can do, but if your timing is not just right, you're really not going to accomplish a lot. We found one of the better ways to combat it is just do a constant foliar feed with fish emulsion and get that new foliage tougher faster.
Okay. So it doesn't actually repel them.
It does help to a degree, but you're more going after that toughness and thickness of that foliage.
So they don't like seafood, right?
No, they don't.
Okay. Good.
Well, let's pick out some tomatoes and get you going.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
So if you're like Kelly, ready to plant your fall garden, join us here at the Herb House at the Arbor Gate. Come right in here, bear to your right, and all those great varieties that we were talking about are right here in front of the table.